Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'll be reflecting on how my understanding of human resource management has evolved throughout this unit and how it will influence my approach as a manager moving forward. At the beginning of this unit, I viewed HRM as largely administrative, focused on tasks like recruitment, payroll, and handling employee grievances. I didn't see it as something connected to business strategy or team performance. I also believed HRM was mainly relevant to large organisations, and it felt it was somewhat removed from my day to day responsibilities managing a small team. However, this unit completely transformed my perspective. I learned that strategic human resource management is closely linked to both people management and overall business objectives. HR is not just a support function, it can be a real source of competitive advantage. I also came to understand that HR practices should be tailored to the size and context of an organisation. In small and medium enterprises, people management is often more informal, but without some level of structure, it can limit long term growth and consistency. One of the key takeaways for me is that effective HRM is not about isolated practices, but about how different elements work together. Even within small teams, structured learning and development can improve employee capability and drive innovation. These practices need to align with broader areas such as performance management, organizational culture, and workforce planning. When implemented together as part of a strategic approach, they have a much greater and more lasting impact. A good example of this from our own team is how we've handled training and onboarding in the past. When new team members joined, we didn't have a structured process in place. Instead, training was often informal and reactive. They would learn on the job, ask questions as they went, rely heavily on other team members for guidance. While this worked to an extent, it sometimes led to inconsistencies in how tasks were completed, and new employees would take longer to feel confident in their roles. It also placed additional pressure on existing team members who had to step in and support them without clear guidelines. Through this unit, I've realised that this approach, although common in small teams, can limit both individual performance and overall team efficiency. Moving forward, I plan to implement a structured onboarding checklist to ensure all new employees receive consistent training and clear expectations from the beginning. I will also introduce regular one-on-one check-ins to provide feedback, address challenges early, and support ongoing development. Another important realization for me is that a positive team culture doesn't happen by chance. It needs to be intentionally created and maintained. Overall, this unit has significantly changed how I view HRM. I now see it as a strategic, people focused discipline that plays a direct role in organisational success. Even small changes, such as regular feedback or structured training, can make a meaningful difference to team performance. The biggest lesson I take away is that people are an organisation's most valuable asset. Moving forward, I will continue to apply strategic HRM principles to improve both the performance and the well-being of my team. Thank you for listening.